Hey, what's up guys? Diplex here again. Hope you guys are doing good today. Welcome back to the Medieval Kingdoms mod for Total War Attila. I never thought I'd see the day, but in fact, I do have a plan with what we're about to witness today. This is sort of a pilot episode for a future series, one could call it. See, here on the channel, since roughly 2014, we've enjoyed watching AI battle each other in various games, mostly the Men of War series, and the Total War games have been part of the foundation of this channel throughout. It's been probably years since I played Total War on the channel, but I am still a Total War player, and this is still actually very much a Total War channel. I know it sounds weird, but back in the day, a couple of years ago, I kind of pioneered the whole massive battles thing, which took off and became sort of a trend. I do not believe it is a trend anymore. It's probably not even frowned upon, because it used to be, because it was kind of clickbaity and kind of laggy. But, you know, technology has advanced. I'm sitting here with a brand new rig with super high specs. And I think today, maybe a massive battle won't be a slideshow just for views and money. And in fact, I do have an idea with what we're about to witness. This is sort of a pilot episode. If this goes well with the AI fighting the AI, I'm simply not part of this. This is not a replay, it's a live battle, but I'm not really here. Then we can actually set up a tournament with sort of like, we pick a medieval period. This is high, by the way, the high era, not the late, not the early. It's kind of based off of the movie The King, with that rainy battle in the end. It's just a classic France versus England, the two kingdoms fighting each other. And if this goes well, we'll do more 3v3s set in different parts of the world, and we'll do some in Spain, some in Eastern Europe, maybe some near the Eastern Mediterranean, like the Turkish area there, with the Byzantines, and we'll involve the Poles and the French and English again, of course, and maybe the Moors and the Kingdom of Castile, and then we'll sort of have these 8 nations fight each other in a bracket, and then move on to eliminate each other, and then for the grand final. And it'll, you know, we'll travel across the world, and we'll use different sceneries and settings, but the ground rules will be pretty basic. We'll have a set of money to spend. It needs to be spent as well. A certain number of units per side. We can dive into this, and you guys can give me ideas in the comment section, but this is sort of modeled after that. We've got a general's bodyguard per side, the same kind. We've got pretty much the exact same units, but the French and British or English, sorry, not the British, French and English equivalent of each other fighting today as well. So we've got 4 archers, 4 cavalry units. I believe we've got about 4 spearmen units and another 4 sort of halberdier units, and a couple of foot knights and sergeants as well. You know, the sword and shield fighting apparently wasn't as common as you'd like to believe, but that's kind of what we've gone with today. So if this works out, we will enjoy a series in the future, and probably more things. I want to do more things Total War. I want to definitely play Total War Napoleon. That is such a amazing mod. Guys, I think the introduction should be pretty much over now. Behold, an army of 8,000 men. It's quite fantastic. And of course, I've murdered out the game with graphics. It's absolutely murdered out. And it should run. I'm getting 60 frames right now. We'll see what happens when the Frenchies show up as well, and once I zoom out and see more. But we'll kind of follow the English, because we're kind of on the English side technically, and we'll just watch them march through the forest. Hopefully this very high AI skill is good. Perhaps we have to go easy so that they're dumb and just clash and fight each other. I don't know, but I'm excited. I haven't been excited in a long time. Guys, let's start the battle. And oh shit! A lot of bloodshed, for sure. We're just gonna watch the English army now maneuver. I believe most of the fighting will occur in the forest. Oh, just so much cavalry and infantry. This is sort of the far right flank. Mounted sergeants, or they could be those. Well, there's just a variety of cavalry, but I've gone with a very good mix of the two. We've got the archers lining up. Oh, there's just so many troops. So yeah, roughly 8,000 per side. And I believe the French, I wonder if we can see them. I'm getting 120 frames right now. I'm quite pleased. They might chug down a bit when we start fighting, but oh, the French are so nicely lined up. So the English will probably line up and then advance because they are attacking. There's some minor obstacles and defenses here. I was hoping we'd see an engagement in the forest. This might kill some cavalrymen. But of course, the English are invading. But like, let's have a look at this French army. Yeah. Well, it's good that they're visible, that I can actually see them out here in the open. Oof. And I will be adjusting the LUTs and everything that I'm using for each battle, so sort of get the right feeling. But this does not count as a sort of bracket fight. This is actually... I'm going to go ahead and grab some sneaky screenshots while I'm at it so that you don't have to catch me in the battle doing that. I think this is bloody awesome. Let's see what the English advance is looking like. Well, it's moving. We've got the troops moving through the forest now. Oh. Well, the French should be expecting you. I mean, I think it's a minor difficulty hiding 8,000 men. Oh.
Any man who falls behind will answer to me. So, steady.
Oh. Well, I definitely want to catch the start of the fight, the first clash. We'll see a lot of archers going up against each other first. We might see some cavalry maneuver, but now the French army has been displayed. It has been revealed as the Englishmen are coming out of the forest, and there's just a thick line of infantry, cavalry, and archers. And that cavalry, well, what you call it, a entire brigade. Should be close to 1,000 probably. Will definitely clash. We'll see how the English form up, and this is what's so cool about just using AIs. And it's I get the fact that, oh, this is awesome. This is awesome, and it's just that how these games are so beautiful to this date, and what modders do with graphics and whatnot is just it's quite incredible. I'm quite pleased, and I do not regret just speaking to my old friend Attila, who I used to play a lot of Total War with, and who did used to play a lot of Total War, and you just said, like, get your ass up and like download this and just make a massive battle. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. It's like a corny trend. Oh wait, I started that corny trend. But with the potential success of this battle and the AI actually making for a really, really interesting fight, I think that tournament thing could be something to enjoy. Oh, now the French are reforming. We'll see if it's an AI cock-up or if there's logic to it. But in the end of the day, I think we'll just see a lot of people get killed, and I think that's kind of what we want. It's not about the master strategy. Look at them rushing out of the forest now. Wow. 8,000 Englishmen to clash with now the 8,000 French. They will move up to the defenses. Let's see how they form. There's 3 armies per side that have to sort of maneuver and do things. I think we're about to see just a clash in the center. We got some cavalry that's about to engage now. This will be the first engagement. I'm just gonna like zoom out to get a good view as the battle is about to commence. And I believe that will trigger the battle music. First charge of the English cavalry. And infantry will follow suit. We got some heavy French infantry moving out. They're about to clash with the English infantry. In the rain. Cavalry coming in from the left flank as well. And what I think is sort of cool about not using any banners is we'll have to go off the flag carriers and the insignias. More French sergeants, I believe, or actually spearmen coming in to assist. They're heavy billmen. The French have a prettier word for it. More cavalry engaging back there. We have cavalry flanking. Formations lining up. More English cavalry coming out of the forest. A lot of English cavalry coming out. It'll be interesting to see how the battlefield shapes up. Right now it's a very, like, spread out fight, but you can sort of see that there's two lines here. The English have men in reserve. And they're bringing in sort of pikemen to attack on this flank to bolster the English. But the French have a big reserve of infantry coming in now. Not to mention there's a lot of cavalry movement out there, and archers and charges, and it's probably what you'd imagine. We were branching into the slideshow territory, but not quite. And that's what where we will try and remain out of. I believe it will also improve over time, but just like keeping a good focus down. The French have routed a unit of Englishmen. Let's see if we can't catch a couple of nasty kills over here. Oh, once again, let's keep out of this slideshow territory. Now they're going to charge.
To admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
Here comes an English. It could be a general's bodyguard. No, these are probably mounted sergeants, having fought elsewhere, now engaging with their own infantry and the French. We have spearmen here fighting a heavier unit. These are probably billmen. Could be the. I wish I just knew anything about medieval armor, but I don't. Not much, but it definitely a sort of heavy French heavy unit here fighting a unit of what I believe it would be some sort of medium spear.
Our allies' general is dead.
Oh, we've lost an English general. And here we have the billmen for sure. They're fighting the French equivalent. And now they're being reinforced here from that flank. What's going on over here? We have some archer units fighting. More cavalry's out. A lot of dead casualties. We have more Englishmen coming out of the forest to reinforce. And more Englishmen coming down the center as well. Units routing and rallying. And here is just the thick of it right now, where cavalry is coming in and out to fight. It's quite incredible. But let's just focus on the mash, like the absolute. I've never seen anything quite like this. It's a brawl unseen previously. So maybe let's focus a little bit on the outskirts. I will take your comments and suggestions to us if maybe I should have some sort of banners enabled, or maybe the HUD enabled, to make things easier to spot, but English general's bodyguard involved as well there with the cavalry, as you can tell, fighting a variety of French infantry, spearmen and foot with the swords. They have that sort of almost like falcon looking sword. Is it a falcon? Are we seeing more English reinforcements arrive soon? Archers in the rear fighting on. They're pushing forwards. I think we have a unit of Frenchmen retreating. And the English are pushing on. Archers in the rear. It looks like the English aren't committing everything they have. They do have troops in the rear line. More spearmen being added into the mix. More French pike units. It'll be interesting to see how the battle shifts after this, and like how some flanks will fall and some might penetrate the center or break the English line. We'll see. Morale should be quite high with all the generals present, and just the sheer number of friendlies around you should keep the morale at a pretty constant high from both sides, unless there's flanking action. I believe, yeah, this is the English bodyguard, English general's bodyguard. One French general has been killed. I reckon they have some back here, though. Plenty of archers. The rain is still pouring down. This I could believe. I mean, this is giving that. Oh, decapitation. Absolute madness. But there's so many men fighting right now. Here's a French general's bodyguard. In it with the English spearmen here up front. And we can see push moving on there on the right side. The English left flank is not crumbling, but it's under pressure. And there's further fighting back there as well. And surprisingly enough, very, very low rate of slideshow. This is like back when massive battles were the thing. This would be a massive slideshow, but let's also have a look at my computer, see if I'm frying it. 61 Celsius on the GPU. I'd say that's quite good. Let's do a little zoom out, just to appreciate the sheer scale of this. This is nice too, like just get a broad view. Down here we have what seems to be a unit of Englishmen fighting, I reckon 3 French. One's angled a bit weirdly there, and then we have 2 in the center, and then of course the general's bodyguards pulling out. The sheer number of just blood and bodies on the ground is just insane. Over here we have Englishmen moving out of the flank to sort of push through to fight some dismounted knights, perhaps. And they're you know, tugging away over there. We have some cavalry disengaging, units routing, very pixelated longbowmen at that range, not to be expected rather. And then a nice sort of center line here. Very many spread out archers. They will engage in melee afterwards. A lot of troops are routing back to England. But the center mass of it here is just insane.
Enemy units have been rallied.
Now we can see that there's a line is being established here where they're pushing back and forth in the rain. Oh, it looks like the French are aggressing. They're moving forward slightly. The English seem to be pulling back slightly. You can see that. Oh, they're trying to go for a push. Oh. Let's get into the juice of it. Oh, they're being pushed over. Oh, watch out. Friendly cavalry. Chill. Oh, they're going to try and break through now. Oh, but here come the French on the flank. So I'm very eager to see if it easy or very hard AI is the way to go. Maybe some of you guys who play more Total War know what would make for the most cinematic and sort of plain forward, straightforward fighting without too many complicated tactics. Now you see this sort of classic medieval spread out fighting where you got backs to your enemies and fronts to your friends and whatnot. So, oh. Oh. An Englishman there just slayed a Frenchman. Oh, bannerman down. I wonder if the French are starting to withdraw now. No, there's definitely still a massive clash here. The number of bodies, like the cavalry, the damage they've caused and contributed with outside the sort of main line is quite devastating. We're probably going to see the longbowmen draw swords soon. Unless they're not out of ammo. There should be a limit. The N button, which like zooms in, drastically reduces lag and slideshow. So that's nice. I'm having a slightly hard. I think it'll be very much more easy to like distinguish the Poles from the Teutons and the Moors, especially the Moors from the Spanish, etc. Like that would be very. And of course, it probably wouldn't rain either. So I definitely went for ambiance and feeling, not so much visually clear and easily understood and followed battle. Just that seems like a mass French rout. I'm not sure what has happened, but they might have cleared out the center here. See if they slay. They're gonna slay a couple as they run back. And the English will push forward. I thought it looked like the English were routing mostly previously. We have one unit there on the flank. That might have caused a bit of that. Some units lack torsos. I don't know why. There's a lack of. Oh, they're being cut down. Let's see how many thousands have died. That looks worrisome. That looks like just a large amount of Frenchmen, but if there's just archers left, it might reduce the length of the battle. Look at that. Oh, bombardment of arrows. Oh, they're just being cut down. Onwards! Now they just need to like regroup and reorganize. There's something with, oh my lord. There's something with Total War battles that's just like, the coolest bit is just to watch the aftermath, just to see the all the corpses on the ground. We've got casualties all the way out here. And I mean, I'll take any suggestions to us if like, turn off music or not.
Battle is turning in our favor.
Yes. It would appear. It would appear. Yeah, this battle was a little bit hard to track, maybe because of the rain and the lack of visual differences between the infantry. But I will say, it was pretty cool. And I believe we're coming to an end. I would like to see casualties, and I think I might just stop here and cut to that, because from what I can tell, the French have lost pretty much the ground and all their melee units. It might come down to archers now, and they're not going to win this battle on their own for sure. The English are just reforming now and getting rested. So I will cut from this, and I will be back with the result. And we've reached the end of the battle. Those Frank archers were eventually dealt with. As you can tell here, this view of the French army on the right represents all the armies of the French and pretty much the English as well. We see the cavalry. The English would have the exact same units, but the English equivalent, I believe they even cost exactly as much. Same with the archers, the spearmen, the billmen, the pikes, whatever you want to call it, the dismounted knights, and the sergeant at arms. So give me some feedback here. Maybe 2 units per army. That would make 6 total units of archers. Maybe more cav, less cav. Maybe even more sergeant at arms, less pikemen, spearmen. I kind of wanted to go for that sort of like that feeling. But as you can tell, the numbers are pretty much the same. The English only have, I think, 60 more men, based on what I can tell, except for my unit of general that didn't do anything. And damn, they killed each other. A lot of people died. I'll give out of the almost nearly 16,000, I do believe we've got a total loss of 1644 plus 1440 plus 1429, so a total of 4,500 out of the roughly 8 deployed English. That's huge. And another 2160. That army took a lot of losses. 1708 and 2379. 10,000. And so the French would have lost what appears to be roughly 6,000, so 2,000 more, but just crazy battle. That unit did nothing. So, like, and this guy did great, and some of these did nothing as well. So maybe keep that in mind for what we're about to enjoy, that we can tell the difference here. This unit didn't do anything at all either. So, and the longbowmen just killed so many. So let's have a look at the feedback from what the numbers you see here, and then tell me what kind of adjustments we could do to make this an more interesting scenario. And I believe in the future we'll do day and no rain, and it'll be clearer and brighter. And I just wanted to go for a gritty feeling. But thank you guys for watching this video, and hopefully we'll be back with some more Total War action with this. This actually worked out pretty good. So I'll see you guys soon again. Thank you for watching. Bye.